Welcome back to the 2012 World Series of Beer Pong. I'm Brian McFadden, JT Tongan, and our good friend Pete Rossi.
I'm here, ready to go. This is more elimination games right here, folks. So like this is winner go home time. We got some big games on. There's Ron right there. He's in an elimination game.
We're at table 2 with Ron. Ron Hamilton, his partner Foster. Who are they going up against? The guys from Chicago.
You guys go from Chicago right now. They're playing in a big game. Kenny Jennings and his boy looks like Bashaw right there. But it's also another surprising thing. In a side note, in the other elimination game, you got Pop and Basile, Ron's former partner, Michael Popolarski. He's also in an elimination game. So Smashing Time, the former teammates, are both in elimination games right now.
They could essentially be eliminated, or they could end up going head-to-head.
And that would be crazy. I would love to see them go head-to-head, because anything would happen. Like, that would be, we have to put a mic somewhere near the table for that. But maybe we shouldn't.
Pete, is there any bad blood between them? Or are they friends and everything's everything's good?
Their history goes so long. They play together in so many World Series, so many big tournaments. They've won 2 in a row. They won 2 in a row. They won out in the East Coast. And then all of a sudden, Pop, instead of going for the 4-peat, Pop decided to play with Kessler one day and dropped Ron out of nowhere. And that's where the hatred started and formed. And last year they came back and they played again last year together. Smash Time went for the repeat in the World Series, had a horrible showing, did not go anywhere far in day 3, and now they're split.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like a bad breakup, or a breakup. It's like once you break up, yes, someone wants to break up, the other person wants to stay together. That's always the case. It's hurtful. But over time, sometimes you can patch it up and make some sense of it. I wonder if they're in a comfortable space now or not.
There's a video on YouTube of these guys going one-on-one, a best-of-7 in Queens. It was a crazy game. Ron called them out because it was right before Pop decided to drop Ron. It wasn't official. They were going to break up. And Ron called them out. And it was a legendary 7-game series. Pop ended up winning, but it was like there was no loser there. It was like it was overtime after overtime after overtime. There was like 15 people in the bar, but everybody was there to witness that. The electricity, you felt in the air. It was crazy.
Pure competition.
Ron and his partner Foster, they just missed.
I mean, they're down 1 right now, and the other team got the ball. Can Kenny Jennings and his team, boy from Bashaw from Chicago, can they pull off the big upset? These guys figure them. They're the underdogs right now.
Jennings is talking trash too. He's just saying he's all washed up. I got that. Oh, wow, that's a huge miss.
Old tricks are still working for that old dog.
What's that?
Old tricks are still working for that old dog? I didn't just say that anyway, unless it makes total sense.
You sound like a seasoned veteran in the broadcast booth there,
Unless
JT.
I know what I'm talking about, that sounds awesome.
If you guys notice, too, Foster right there, he has his headphones on. A lot of players, some players play the headphones, some don't. I mean, I never did myself, but like the headphones, they listen to their own thing. I know exactly what he's listening to right now.
What do you think he's listening to?
I know exactly what he's listening to.
ABBA.
No, it's Bush. He always listens to Bush when he plays beer pong.
Might as well be ABBA.
Yeah, right?
I don't know when last time
you don't listen to Bush. Snap.
Come on, JT. How many beers have you had?
1 too many.
We got a picture here, so almost done. We just got that picture, too.
Just kidding. I'm just trying to fit in. I mean, this is a colorful crowd, and I want to paint the scene with some colorful language.
Clean it up. Come on.
Sorry, Brian. Are we still besties?
I don't know anymore, man. Looking at Bush and everything.
Back to the action.
Ron misses. Foster tied up.
Ron missed the whole damn table.
5-5.
He's not happy with himself.
See what's going on with Pop and them over there, but let's see. I think Ron Hamilton might be the best defender of all. I mean, his defense semantics they're unbelievable. They're legendary. He's patented about 14 different moves that I don't even know how to do, and he pulls them off somehow.
So the defense, like the defending, is basically talking trash.
I mean, it's more
doing whatever you can to strike out the other opponent.
I love the idea of calling it defense. It is defending.
It's huge. I mean, like, and plus like this, like you look at it, like Foster, he sits there, he doesn't have to do too much. Ron can never stop in a game. Some of these games go 20, 30 minutes. The crazy games, overtime games. Ron is constantly moving, constantly doing something, and then shooting. Like, he can never rest.
Throughout the course of a tournament, he probably runs a marathon.
He might. I wish we could put a little marker on there and see how many calories and how many miles he runs. Next year, we have to do that.
Yeah, we will do that. We'll track all the players' movements, and we'll correlate the defense with how much movement there is. I think there's something to it because look at Bangarang. Those guys are out of control.
Huge shot by Foster. Ron can hit this. It'll cut it to 2 and be almost a dominant lead right there.
I'm scared.
Okay.
Oh, here comes his shirt. His shirt's coming off. You know what that means? It's closing time.
Ron again, best closer in the game. I'll keep saying it. Ooh, Pop on the other side. Sorry.
Yeah, the score is 6-4 right now. These guys are. This is Hamilton and Foster in the lead, 6-4. Here comes a
big shot, Kenny Jennings. Ooh, that's a fake out. That's called a psych out right there. You fake the shot. Kyle Williams is not here this year. That's called a fake out.
Is it also known as a psych out?
The psych out, the fake out.
The psych out. That's
There's
when you
Brandon
act like
Marks
you're going to shoot, but you don't shoot.
Brandon Marks, some stupid easy from California. He's out there in a big game. It's a different game. Him and Lucky right now, they're playing Pop and Basile in a huge game. Pop, Ron's former partner right there, he's trying to avoid elimination as well. So we'll see what happens. They're walking around. That's their distractions.
And over there on table 2, Hamilton just missed. That was a huge miss.
Here we go, table 4. Table 4. There's Pop and Basile. The best in the game right here. Here he goes, big shot. He's so smooth.
Have Pop and Basile known each other a long time?
Basile and them playing together for a while. Get Me a Juice Box. That's their team name. That team name was actually, I think, was born in Brooklyn. Actually, they were in a tournament in Brooklyn. That team came away. But Basile is no stranger to these big games. He's moved up the rankings in the past year by playing with Pop. The one thing about the crazy with these two teams is a lot of bans and restricted tournaments out there where these guys aren't allowed to play together in the East Coast because they're too good and teams don't want to play them. So they haven't been able to play as many tournaments as they want to, which could affect them. But they are close buddies and they've been around for a while. But this is big. B Marks right here. Brandon Marks.
What's the score here on that table?
Looks like Brandon Marks is down. He needs a cup right here. Looks like it's 4 cups for them, and they have to hit 5. So it's 5-4. Pop and Basile are in the lead. Pop and Basile.
Meanwhile, at table 2, we got Hamilton. These guys are kind of cleaning house a little bit. It's 3 cups to. Was that 6? It's
over right now. It looks like. I don't know what's going. I don't know what Kenny's doing. It looks like it's over there. But here's Pop facing around. See, Pop and Basile, they're just being focused. That's a big shot by Marks though. Now they're down. It's 4-4. So it's a big game right here going up right now. Elimination game. You don't want to see them lose.
You know, sorry to step on you there, Pete. You know what might be worth mentioning is the recupping aspect of the game. You start off with 10 cups, and then as 4 cups are removed, no matter what cups they are, you regroup the cups, right?
Yes, you regroup the cups. Once it gets down to 6, you automatically in turn to re-rack it to 6. There's a mark in the rack for that. And then when it gets to 3, you re-rack it to 3. And then the last cup's always centered. Those are your 2 racks in World Series. 6, 3, and the last cup is centered.
Okay, let's pay attention here, guys. It looks like Jennings and Bradshaw are on the cusp of being eliminated. They're down to just 2 cups.
2 cups with Ron. Oh, that was huge. If Ron would have hit that, they would have a chance to end it. So they're still alive. They run 3 right now. We're tied up. Or we're down 1.
Are you saying if Ron wasn't so long on the tooth, he might have nailed that back in the day?
Might have been. I don't know. See what happens. If he's on the, another fake out, the psych out shot. But sometimes it psychs you out. So I don't know if that's a good method or not a good method. But either way, they can't afford to miss another shot right here. Ooh, that's tough.
Need to hit those.
Ron can smell victory. Look at Ron. He can smell victory right now. He smells something. Maybe it's him, but he still smells.
There's a stench in the air here.
It's Pong-Radica.
Yeah, that's JT coined the phrase Pong-Radica. It's something that we're going to put up in a bottle and sell it at every tournament.
Back here at table 4, Pop just missed. No,
I'm not sure what happens when you
they have 4 cups left. It's 4-4 over there. Looks like this is a huge shot. Can B Marks and Cali take out the #1 player, number 3 player in the world, Michael Popolarski? Let's see what happens.
Hamilton got that shot. He nailed it.
You know what I noticed? The proper attire for beer pong looks like basketball shorts and a tank top.
It's a game. It's a sport. I mean, you don't want to have the sleeve over you. Sometimes the sleeve it rides up. You have to have a very loose shirt. So you want nothing against the arms to affect you when the motion of the arm shoot.
So this is huge right here.
Brandon Marks, big shot, and also here too. Oh, there we go. Last cup. Great pick up there.
Foster just nailed that.
They have to rebuttal. Marks now.
Everyone's good at something, my friend, and these people are good at beer pong.
If we can go back to table 2, that'd be kind of nice to see. Table 2, Bradshaw. They're on the brink of elimination.
They are.
1 cup left.
Jennings is there.
That was huge.
They stay alive, so they get to go again. They live to throw another
Looks like WSOBP7 Meswosen just lost. On the other table, you see them right there. That's the team from Cali. Sonoma and Byron, they're one of the favorites. They won a team, and they just lost. It looks like they're out. Sonoma, one of the best players in the world. He's number 3 in the world, and they're out of the tournament. Huge upset by a very underrated team right there, and they're moving on. They're out.
Pete, well, walk us through the process. What goes through your mind when you're eliminated, especially this far in the tournament?
I mean, if you get close up to the guys' faces, like it's heart-wrenching. Like, it's sad. It looks like Sonoma is tearing up right now. I mean,
that's pretty bad. But looking over here on table 2, Hamilton and Foster just eliminated Jennings and
Bashaw is out.
Embraced in Bro Love, which is
still got one game left in this
expected.
table. Here we go. This is the big game right now. We had some upsets. West Coast is out. Ron moves on. Can Pop move on? Can Ron? This is the first time Pop and Ron aren't playing the World Series in 3 years, and Ron just advanced. Can Pop advance?
I've just been informed that it's 3-3, 3 cups each.
Air ball. Second shot. But Mark steps up to the game. Let's see what happens.
Wow, that's probably the dorkiest team I've ever seen. I know, they look like guys that watch Star Trek on the weekends.
It begs the question, where did these guys come from?
Marks, they're from Cali. They play all the time. Arizona.
Table 3, I believe.
Ooh, big shot by Basile. Pop, if he can hit this, he can end the game right now. I mean, this is Pop's cup. This is why he's the best player out there. He's won satellite after satellite, 2 World Series championships. This is his time to step up right now and advance it around. He needs to hit these shots and prove he's why he's the best player in the world. Let's see it right now.
Now, when you call yourself a beer pong pro, is that like an ass-getting tool?
I mean, it's hard though. I mean, like, if you're, especially being up there and you're highly ranked, everybody's going after number 1. Everybody wants Tiger Woods' belt. If you're the champion, you want that belt. And Pop right here, he's dipping his time. He's taking a little too much time though. He doesn't usually take this much time. He does the dip, but here he goes. He's shook. He's getting in his own head, but I think he's.
What kind of move is that? The whole arm waving thing? Is that blowing farts?
That's his own distracting.
That's distracting. Boom! Big shot.
Those
right
are the
there.
big shots. That's why.
Huge game-winning shot.
That's
Pop's
why that happens.
He hits this. He forces him in a two-cup rebuttal.
That's why he's the best.
This is really huge.
This is it. This is big. Can Pop keep up with Ron, his ex-teammate, and go advance the next round? Pop and Basile. Basile's sitting there. He's a little nervous, but here's Pop. This is why Pop's one of the best players. He's been here before. If anybody's going to do it, it is Pop.
How many times are you allowed to dip your ball into the cup?
Is there a shot clock?
Last year there wasn't until Reap started taking his time, and Frazier, and they formed the Reap rule, which is the shot clock. Boom! There's.
Oh, and he closed. He sealed the deal. You knew it.
That's how you do it.
That's why he's the best player. I mean, Pop does this. I see this every night.
That's how you get it done.
I play against him all the time, and it's not fair.
He's got to be happier than a puppy with 2 Peters right now.
It's not over though. Lucky, if he hits this, he sets up Marks to force overtime. So now they have to use their best distractions to try to stop them or hit this one cup. One miss, Pop and Basile move on, and Marks and Lucky are out. Let's see what happens.
Well, let's see what this man's made of.
Pressure's on him.
See if he lives up to his name.
He hits it.
That was huge.
Lucky stays alive.
Oh, wow.
It's up to B Marks, who is a great player.
And he's letting everyone know how much he loves them.
He's throwing up certain fingers to the haters, or maybe the
this
lovers
is
who
huge
never
right
really
here.
know.
This is huge.
He has his own website for beer pong, and he's out there trying to do his thing.
Overtime! OT, baby!
This is how it is. For Dick Vitale, oh baby!
All right, that's pretty good.
That's overtime. That's clutch. That's every bit of clutch as what Pops just did right there.
Everybody hit it. But Arizona, they're chanting, where's the New York teams? But Pop and Basile, though, have balls. They can run 3 in a second.
A lot of the West Coast teams.
All right, we're in overtime. Here we are in overtime. Basile just sunk what he needed to sink.
I'm sweating right now watching this game.
You know, this is exciting. I never thought I would be this excited to watch anything. I mean, especially with beer pong. You're like, oh, great, you know, we lost. Let's have another drink.
I mean, you get in this, and I mean, look at this. They just hit 2 cups to stay alive. Their tournament's at stake, and they hit 2. And now Pop has a chance to do it again. Can Pop hit 2 again? I don't know. If Pop can do this again, he has 2 more, another shot at it, doing it again to them. Let's see.
What do you think is going through Pop's mind right now? I got to get to see Hamilton.
I think Pop's thinking, I'm going to smash this cup. I think that's Pop thinking. I'm going to smash this cup. I think that's what he's thinking.
Have you seen Out of Africa?
Yes, I have.
That's what's going through his mind right now. He's completely focused. He's like watching movies in his head. He's thinking about what's for dinner.
Boom.
Did you ever see Muppets Take Manhattan?
Of course.
It's a pretty good flick.
No, it's nice.
Big shot by Pop. 1 cup left. If Pop hits this shot, they have to rebuttal 3. Pop is on fire right now. I think he's hit his last 5 shots in a row.
We're watching the best of the best right here.
This is one of the best teams. These are one of the top teams out here right now. It's Duncan talking to everybody, calming everybody down. Motions are hot.
And they just go right into the overtime. It's not like they hey, let's take a 5-minute break. You guys go pee, relieve. They don't do that.
Right here's Pop taking a he's getting ready, but there's no keep it going. And let's see it is. Here's Pop getting ready to rock and roll. Can he hit this last cup?
Again, I got to draw the comparison. It's like dribbling the basketball before a free throw. It's like you need a consistent movement.
Take a deep breath.
It's just like a free throw.
Whatever it is you do, consistently.
Focus.
It's all muscle memory. It's
Dribble.
all
Dip your ball or balls in a cup.
Balls in the cup. Get your balls wet.
Get your balls wet.
Ooh, big miss by Pop. But
That was huge.
They still have the lead. Now, Marks and Lucky, they're down 3 cups, though, but they can run all 3 now, force them into 1. This could be a long game.
So Marks, I just saw him like empty water from the cup. Was that kind of a psych out?
Yeah, sometimes you throw water up in the air. As long as you're behind the table,
You can do whatever you
you
want.
can do whatever you want. As long as you're behind the table, you can do mostly anything.
I hear when you're doing any kind of distraction, you can say what you want, but you don't go after someone's mom.
That's one of the well-known rules. Moms, girlfriends, wives, you don't go after the family.
What about ex-girlfriends?
Ex-girlfriends,
Open game?
Ex-girlfriends, open game. So
Yeah, knock
that's
yourself
what they do,
out.
ex-girlfriends.
Somebody like could actually break down and be like, oh, that really sucks.
Big shot by Lucky.
I loved her. Why'd you ruin this for me?
Yes, she's in my room right now. Not yours.
You've heard that before, right?
I've heard that before. But here we go. Marks has a chance now to tie the game up and get the ball back for a last cup win. So, he hit it. 1-1. If Marks hits this, he forces
hear.
to steal the last cup. The
can
crowd
hear.
is going wild.
They're going wild, and they're all West Coasting right here.
It is. Where's the New York teams? Ruin Pop and Seal on. Ooh, he hit it.
Oh,
This means
this is it right here.
Pop and Seal, they each have a shot. They each have a shot last
That's why
cup.
this sport is amazing.
Pop's taking it first, but they each have 1 shot to force a double overtime.
If I didn't get my nails done, I'd be biting them right now.
Here
Oh,
he
look at
goes.
this distraction.
Marks
He's
doing his
behind.
thing.
He's not technically
If Pop hits
interfering
this,
with
good
the
double
ball.
OT. If not, Basile's in.
He's making it rain.
Elimination game, elimination shot for Pop and Basile. They each get 1 though. Let's be clear. They each get 1 shot. Let's see
And,
what happens.
and Pop's dipping his balls again in the cup.
Going through the routine.
Does he want to get it wet enough to be able to have a firm grasp on, a grip on the ball to be able to
Here it
throw
is.
into the other cup? Oh! Whoa! Pop takes off the shirt
Look
and
at him
everything.
go. Oh, he
Bob
just
is
loses
going
his
crazy.
shirt.
When Pop takes the shirt off, you know it's serious.
He looks hungry. Give him a sandwich.
We've got
Those abs.
160
Wow.
pounds of man meat running around
Man-
on
man-
fire.
One more thing too, if you look at all the champions of beer pong,
Yeah.
they've all been skinny, wily guys like Pop. From Nick from Standing Ovation, skinny, wily guy. All you really good players.
Making everyone else drink
I don't
the
think
beer.
there's ever been
Is
a
it
fat
height
beer pong
or
player.
is it just coordination? I mean, these guys seem fairly athletic. I bet that guy can dribble a basketball through his legs, if you know what I mean.
I think it's a little of both, but now the big thing's now they have control. Lucky, big miss. Big
Oh,
miss
wow,
by
that
Lucky.
was huge. So
That
these
was
guys
huge.
are on the brink of elimination.
Well, it's double overtime right now. Mark's got a big shot right now. If he hits this, they'll have the lead by 1. But
Needless to mention, we're in double
we're double
overtime.
OT, an elimination game. Marks
All right,
hits
they
it.
get-
Marks
they
hits it.
get-
So now
Delivers.
Pop and Seal
The mail.
have the balls and they have control. If they hit
Packages,
all 3,
parcels.
it's 2 to rebuttal.
Celebration dances.
John Basile from Long Island, stepping up the plate. See what he can do.
Here he comes. Quiet, please. Oh, just missed it. Would you call that a brick shot? And what would you say when a ball bounces off the top of a cup,
I think-
exits, hits the ground? What do you call that?
I think any shot right now is a miss is a brick shot, unless it's an air ball. If it's an air ball, you get the crowd chanting.
They're particularly embarrassing.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's like
Air balls are embarrassing.
That means you weren't even
Back
close.
in the day,
that means you
old-
should hit the gym.
Old school house party rules, they take the cup away if you air ball. But here's Pop right now. Pop needs to hit this to tie the game.
You know
It's a big
something
shot.
I've been very impressed with is JT's knowledge of the sport.
JT knows what he's talking
It's
about.
wide. I know people, baby. I know people's
He's been hanging out
motivations.
bang ring for a long time, so he knows what's going on.
Bayonne, New
I
Jersey.
don't care if we're shooting darts or throwing balls in cups of beer.
2 misses. 2 big misses.
Wow, this is huge.
They have let's see, we got Marks them can end the game right now. They can hit them both and force Pop into rebuttals. Let's see what happens. Here's Marks Lucky right now taking the second shot. Lucky's been nice in his 2 rock. He's hit it the last 2 times. Buries it again.
Oh, that's
Lucky
clutch.
does it again. Marks, who's been on fire in this last cup, he hits this. It forces Pop Basile in a 3-cup rebuttal, which is not easy in elimination at all.
Yeah.
That's ice. That's ice. Let's be
Quietest
honest.
I've heard this crowd.
The world's eyes are on this game right now. I think we can all attest to that.
B. Marks, this is the biggest shot of Barry Marks' life right now.
Oh!
And
he
look what
sunk
he
it.
did. Look what he did.
Again.
Now
That was
one
huge.
Miss, one miss and Get Me a Juice Box is out of the tournament. Here's Basile starting off. It's going to be up to Pop. If Basile hits this, Pop's going to hit it too.
This is
Let's see
huge.
what happens. John Basile, big shot right here.
He answers,
Wow.
keeps it alive.
That's clutch right there.
You know, this is what it is. If we lead up to the best player in the world, Michael Papalarski, has to hit 2 cups in a row to force a triple overtime. This is
Let's see
it
what
is.
he's got.
And
He's
he might
taking a
do
sip
it.
of his
Might do it.
margarita.
So it looks like these guys, it's like the Arizona caucus.
It looks like it is. I mean,
They're representing.
let's get ready for the shot. If Pop's gonna hit this one, he's gonna get the ball back for third one. He's the best player in the world, taking the final 2 shots of his team's life right now. And it could be the Juice Box's career. If they don't win this game, they might be breaking up as a team. You hear it first. Let's beat Russell
Wow,
exclusive.
that's huge. That's huge right there.
Look for Kessler and Basile to team up next.
Comes down to this.
Here it is. Big Pop. Huge shot. Pop to stay alive. Boom. He missed. Did he hit it? I think he missed. No, it's over.
Is that it?
It's over.
There
Stupid
you have
easy. Takes it down. B.
Takes down
Marks
Pops.
Takes down Pop. World Series 2-time champion. Out of the World Series of beer pong.
The biggest mistake he ever made was getting rid of Hamilton. He's got to be thinking, what did I do?
I mean, last year they had a damn good showing, but they weren't ready to play. And Pop is out. Pop and Basile might be done as a team. B. Marks moves on. A crazy comeback. Remember, they had to hit 2 cups to force overtime.
That was a miss, probably to separate a team.
It really could be. I mean, they're great friends. I'm sure they'll play again. But,
Well,
I mean, after that, you're always looking for new partners.
you know, Pete, I'm really happy that there wasn't like violence after this one, because that was pretty intense going into double overtime. And speaking of violence, we got an amazing interview. Kristen, she went, I believe it was yesterday, she had an opportunity to talk to MMA professional Cody. I love this interview. I got to see it about 45 minutes ago. Let's go ahead and take a look at this.
Okay, guys, I'm here with MMA fighter Patrick Cote. What's going on?
Playing beer pong, you know, it's not going so well, but it doesn't matter. We have fun. It's all good.
So what brings you out of the cage and here to the World Series of beer pong?
Actually, beer pong is one of my new sponsor, you know, so they asked me to come here and just represent them. So at the same time, I decided to play the tournament, and I'm having fun so far.
And have you been here before?
In Vegas?
No, to the World Series.
No, that's the first time, and I enjoy it. Probably coming back next year for sure.
Do you take any of your skills and your training in the MMA and bring it here and apply it to your shots?
I don't know. You know, normally it's a mental game. You know, MMA. Everybody's in good shape, but here, no, nobody's in good shape, and mental game it's not a factor. Here, there's a lot of chance.
I don't know. I see some pretty hardcore trash talkers that definitely psych some opponents out.
Yeah, but there's nothing like trash talking like MMA. You know, it's like when you fight some guy, you trash talk 10 times harder than those guys.
And how are you doing in the tournament so far? We're at day 2 of the prelims. How many rounds have you played?
We played 7 rounds. We're like 2 and 5. We lost 3 matches by only 1 cup. So, but it doesn't matter. We don't aspire to win this thing.
No, you don't think you have a shot at the 50,000?
I think no, not this year. Maybe next year.
You're gonna stick to the MMA fighting, right?
Probably.
All right.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
good luck and thank you for talking to us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
MMA and beer pong.
You know, well, that's the interesting thing about this event, because, you know, a lot of people don't think that beer pong is a sport, but it does take some skill and talent. We actually have a lot of athletes here. I know one of the guys in Bannering is a professional volleyball player. We've got Patrick, who's an MMA fighter. And I think it's cool to see some of these guys get out of their zone and what they're normally doing and kind of have fun and still playing a game at the same time.
What's the most common injury in beer pong? Like carpal tunnel syndrome?
Yeah, I would assume it
Pong
would be
shoulder.
some sort of wrist injury. I'm not really sure.
Hurt feelings.
Hurt feelings?
You bet your ass.
Wow.
Hurt feelings, or some of the guys hit the table, they flip out, they psych themselves out, maybe too much chest bumping. I don't know.
And the one thing you can't do is talk about someone's mom. I learned that when we had Pete here in the booth, and you talked about my mom a little bit earlier. You said my mom is ashamed of me.
Your mom talked about you. Your mom was ashamed of you.
Yeah, that's like saying something about my
But
mom. That's like mentioning my mom. You can't do that in this game.
You're still carrying that around.
I am.
See
It's
what I'm saying?
It's hurtful.
Sticks and stones my ass. That's
No,
how you get to
like
somebody.
you said, the number one most injured part of your entire body is your soul. And I
can't
got
take
injured.
credit for that line, though. I actually stole it from a team who was playing Last of a Dying Breed. I stole it from that game.
So you not only do you hurt people, but you plagiarize.
Yeah, I'm a bad trash talker. You got to be really mad to trash talk.
All right, let's go back to the action here. Kristen, thanks so much. That was an awesome interview, by the way.
No problem.
Let's go back to table 2. Check this out. We got Team Bangarang.
Bangarang's back.
Shirt almost came off there for a second. Going up against White Boy and the Boss. These guys, I talked to them a little bit earlier.
Oh, is this Seek and Destroy?
Yeah.
And these are the guys who came in number 1 after 2 days of prelims, so they're pretty nasty. I have to say I like Reap's his pre-game meditation that he has going on. Did you guys see that over there?
Who is he praying to, you think?
I mean, the beer pong gods.
Up, they're restraining Reap from going across halfway.
To not cross the table. You can't cross the table. If I had the opportunity to be up here in the Sweet 16,
You would do what, Brian?
I would be scared out of my mind.
I would too. Oh, I'm scared by, like I said, like people like Ron Hamilton who just are so intimidating. They run their mouths the entire game. I would just run away.
I get my feelings crushed. Like you say something about me.
Yeah, you melt like ice.
Yeah.
Well, some people
Ice.
don't. I mean, former champions have got what it takes to keep it going.
You guys
Champions
have met
never
so
die.
many people. No, they don't. They never die. Who was talking to Range earlier?
I talked to Range, who was part of Standing Ovation, a staple in last year's tournament. In fact, they won.
They were eliminated early on.
They are
No, what a
eliminated as
bummer.
of now. You will not be seeing them play the rest of this tournament. But they have a lot of good, Range has a lot of good information for us.
Those guys are solid. I have to say, I really
They
like
are.
them. I'm bummed
They-
that
they know what it is to win.
Let's watch your conversation with Range.
Let's have a look. Are there any other teams in this tournament that you kind of got your eye out for?
There's at least 20 good teams, man, that you just know is going to be there. Obviously, Pop and Bazille. Get Me a Juice Box is their team name. And then Kessler's team, Bangarang. You know, there's a top 20 of guys that can win this thing, you know, when it comes down. It's just getting hot on the last day, day 3.
What's going through your mind when you are up against a challenger and you just know that they have no idea what the hell they're doing? How do you handle that?
No, the thing is, man, I remember being that guy. You know, it's nerve-wracking and stuff. But really, you cannot take anybody lightly. You know, everybody's gotten so good. We found out last night, man, these guys are good. They're practicing. You know, everybody's just getting so much better. So don't underestimate anybody. Everybody's gunning for you. That's what I know. Everybody's shooting their best game against you. I don't know. It feels good to be the champ.
What are your chances of winning it again this year?
1 in 20. That's what I said last year. There's 20 good teams that are going to win this thing that I think that can win this thing. It's whoever gets hot on the day 3.